That's right, gentlemen. I've had a haircut and trimmed up the beard a little bit. But it's still white and I'm still getting old. But a highlight from yesterday, besides my haircut, is the Chicago Bulls beat the Atlanta Hawks. Now, there's two big things here. One, it pushes us up the standings slightly enough. And two, we got to see a massive night by Ayo Dosunmu. And it sort of is intriguing what that looks like in the future. Now, we were on the road in Atlanta. You look into the crowd, it wasn't a massive crowd, which was interesting. And these are the games where, if you're a fan, you're able to get a cheaper ticket closer to the action. So if you are looking to sit courtside, that was one of the games I saw, Chicago Bulls courtside. It was in Chicago, though. But they were playing the Pelicans when the Pelicans were bottom of the table, no name, nothings, and people were giving away tickets. But I managed to get a courtside ticket just for a few $1,000, and seeing that crowd last night reminded me of that, the opportunity that gives you to get closer to the action. But let's get back to the game. Ayo had a career high 29 points, but it didn't look that way. Certainly got off to a rough start. The game was pretty close all the way to the end, but Chicago pulled away pretty rapidly in those last few minutes. Now, head coach Billy Donovan has been praising Ayo. Now, Ayo we only signed for 3 years, $21 million, which in today's money sounds like a bargain for any player. And the game didn't start great. And it's sort of been a bit of a theme lately, where we're not starting games great, but we're fighting back, and fighting it back and finding our way back into the game by just being confident in who we are and letting players like Ayo and Kobe to, even though they're missing shots early, keep firing shots. You're going to get them anyway. And it was really Ayo's pace that got us back in the game. He was playing downhill. He was knocking down some threes. He was getting to the rim. But that puts us on the season. The Bulls are now 26-28 on the season. We are 9th placed in the East, which is actually pretty good. It's a big one for Chicago. We're now 2 games up on the Hawks. Otherwise, we would have been tied in the standings with a loss. So, like I've said before, the opportunities that come from injuries like Zach and Torrey Craig having limited minutes, but injuries to key guys allows other guys like Ayo to get an opportunity to play. And games like this, where you get a career high 29 points, they're really the backbone of what your career looks like. You only get one shot. He could have gone out last night and got 4 points, jacked up shots and made a mess of it, and would have been quickly in the back burner. But you get a chance, go hard. And whether that's in life, in sport, in your career, all the same. You get an opportunity, give it everything you got, because you never know when your next one will be, and what your future looks like. They always say in YouTube world, you're one video away from a completely different life. And hopefully that's where this channel takes us. So thank you to everyone who's been watching these videos. I've been blown away. I would have thought one person would have watched these videos, but there's been more than one person watching, and I really appreciate that. It means the world. Hopefully we're getting closer to giving away our collection of memorabilia. I'd love to get to 100 subscribers. If we can get to 100, I'll give away a piece of memorabilia and get you closer to the action, because that's where you want to be. As fans of Chicago Bulls, we want to be as close to the action as we can. If that means giving away some game-signed jerseys, shoes, shorts, player worn, then let's get that done. Get you closer to the action. So, big night by Ayo, big win against the Hawks, and that definitely helps us make a good push into a play-in game.